Hey, what up? It's been a while. It's Tuesday. I almost did this whole what day is it? I'm really bad about that apparently. And it only gets worse the later it gets at night. Awesome. Anyways, um tonight we're going to talk about three ways that you can process emotions without talking it all out. Cuz I don't know about you, but that was like a huge holdup for me. That I knew that I had junk, like really rough emotional stuff that I didn't want to have to talk about, but I definitely wanted to be over it. So let's talk about that. My first way is something that we've talked about before, which is really simple. You just need to identify the emotion that you're truly experiencing. So this sounds really basic, but bear with me. Think about this. If you're in a situation where you like example with me, I was having rage outbursts. Like I would just outburst in a rage. And like just the other day, I was getting in a situation where I was starting to feel like I was going to get angry, and I stopped and I was like, okay, but what am I really feeling right now? And it was overwhelm. So knowing exactly what you're feeling, not just going by that first emotion that pops up, not just going by what it overwhelmingly feels like, because that's what you're noticing. So for me, that would have been all I would have thought is anger. But I took the time to identify that there was more going on, and it was actually overwhelm I was dealing with. Once I assess that situation, that puts me in a position to be able to make a choice on how I want to deal with that emotion. Okay. So I don't have to talk this through with anybody. I can just think it through myself. Okay. So the second way that you can process emotions without talking things out again, this is more another like kind of in the moment thing. So you're starting to feel stressed out, overwhelmed, and you don't see an immediate solution. Well, if you're not seeing an immediate solution, you can just kind of change your focus. So immediately go into thinking about um, five things that you're grateful for. And here's the cool thing: you can't feel stressed out or in a rage if you are focused on gratitude. Okay. When you choose gratitude, when you choose to make gratitude your focus, and when you choose to experience gratitude, which is a feeling of appreciation, you can actually physically not feel anger or sadness or insert negative emotion here. So, this is a great way to kind of sidestep what's going on and to really truly process when you're thinking of these gratitudes, when you're thinking of what makes you grateful, you can actually apply it to that situation. So, when you're feeling overwhelmed, example, I was feeling overwhelmed the other day because so many people wanted my attention at the same time, and I couldn't decide, like prioritizing, they all were pretty equal in importance, right? So if I take a step back and I'm like, I'm just so grateful that I'm so needed, that I can help so many people, that so many people are here because I have something to offer them. They want what I have. That's awesome. That's a gratitude moment. I can no longer feel the overwhelm. Gives me an opportunity to take a deep breath and further assess what I need to go next. And the third is the emotion code, which is an energy healing modality, right? So this is a practice that I do. It's a service that I offer, and we go through, and I can use muscle testing to determine what emotions are trapped in your body, and we can actually go through that process and clear traumas from your past, clear um, major hurts from your past, even things that you don't realize are still holding you back, but there are blocks in your subconscious mind. We can get rid of those by just moving the energy through your body and clearing those out. So that's pretty easy, right? Like three ways that you can get rid of this junk that's either holding you back from a goal that you have or holding you back from the life that you want. You can process all of this stuff on your own without having to talk it out. Like, I just want people to know that you can do that, because that, like I said in the beginning, that was my biggest holdup in moving on through some of the traumas that I've experienced in my life, was really just I didn't want to talk to people about it. It made me really uncomfortable thinking about having the conversation. So I found ways to do it without having the conversation, and it's worked wonderfully well. So while we're talking about things that I've done that have worked really well, you can jump on over into my Facebook group. It is called Heart-Centered and Intentional Horsewomen, and I'm running a challenge right now. It's called the Adventures from Outburst to Peace, and it's kind of where I walk you through over a 90-day period. So there's 90 days. There's just a little bit for you to read about kind of changing your perspective on things to help you move from a place of rage outbursts from a place of other emotional outbursts that you may be experiencing, and just really being able to process your emotions and make your life more peaceful. So you can jump into that Facebook group to get in on that. But that's really all I have for you guys tonight. I just wanted to share my little 3 tips to process emotions without talking it out. So I hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.